Bingus. Boingo. Big stinky. Ha! 8.
I shall consume more peppermint Hershey Kisses in the meantime.
12.
19.
Wiley, I don't know why I'm just now noticing this, but you're not a monster with the colon showing your roll. It looks like there's a smile at the end.
Oh, God.
Not a monster, colon, apostrophe, smile.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Alright. Looks like we are doing pretty decent for
Let's go.
test rolls today.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Poggers.
Yes, everyone is doing pretty decent for test rolls today.
Poggers. Poggers.
You mean the famous quote by Charles E. Cheese?
I will never forget. I will never forget forgive the man.
No, we
I will,
live?
I will We are. I will never submit to the man who Fuck. I can't do it as good as Nero. He fucking nailed it the first time. I will never submit to the man. That's it.
I have
Just
a question when we are not live.
Okay. We will have answers then.
Will I?
See. But sounds like if we are all
Are you
ready...
sure you want to answer my questions?
9 more.
Answer rescinded. You get to ask the question, but that's it.
Are you truly sure you want to open that Pandora's box?
Are you sure about that?
Thank you, John Cena. Man, I forgot that, what was it? Peacemaker was last year.
Man, that was wild. Not as wild as Doom Patrol, though. Jesus.
Oh, I've heard
That was a
nothing
trip.
but just absolute nonsense from that.
God, it was...
Let's begin.
Yes, let us begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dummies and Disasters. I am the host of this journey through the Curse of Strahd, CG, with my group of friends and players, but not for much longer. We are back after dealing with Festive Fantasy, and we are rapidly approaching the end of the game. We're getting close to the attack on Castle Ravenloft. I don't know how I'm ready for this game to be over. It was a good run. Okay, just me. Got it. Anyways. So, how about we go ahead and get started then?
Yes.
Let me put on some
begins.
appropriate music.
Appropriate. Oh.
Deep within the lands of Barovia, the mist tells a story. Hope the cleric, Phial the paladin, Gray the fighter, and Dagon the sorcerer had defeated the dangerous red-cloaked figure, only to find that the body was the Burgermeister's son, Ilya, underneath. Excuse me. The child did not appear to be wounded despite the fight, instead seemingly passed on from natural causes, while the cloak sizzled and bubbled until it melted away, leading the party to suspect the Burgermeister of some sort of foul play. However, the man was too deep in his sorrow to answer, so the party, with a clever use of the command spell, made him admit that he had buried the boy in the abbey's graveyard. Investigation of the area revealed that the spirit from the fountain, hovering over her own grave, Tasha Petrovna. The spirit manifested to warn the party that an ancient foe that she had sealed, that of Strahd's old archmage, Kazan, was still alive and was puppeting Ilya in an attempt to escape his prisons. With her guidance, as well as a timely appearance by Van Richten, who had been investigating the abbey independently, the party found and slew Kazan, reuniting with the monster hunter, and putting an end to the archmage at the same time. With Kresk no longer in immediate danger, we rejoined the party at the graveyard. So, to recap, Van Richten at this juncture has kind of stormed off a little bit, kind of stormed ahead, leaving you guys a little bit behind. You all had recently uncovered perhaps a gift of sorts from the spirit of Tasha. A gift of a ring of regeneration, which you guys promptly gave to Dagon. That being said, we're all together with Godfrey and Irina in the middle of this abbey graveyard.
Well, that was certainly a time. I suppose now we go and we can either explore the abbey, though if Van Richten was clearing it out, I don't know what else we could really find, or we can go tell the people of Crest the good news.
I'd like to at least be a little thorough in the investigation here. Make sure
I would like to go into the abbey.
Okay.
Into the abbey we shall go.
I agree.
Alright. So, as you all head into the abbey, it is much less friendly than the last time that you were here. Much more cold. You remember that now that it is unoccupied, there were two towers that mainly occupied the abbey in addition to the courtyard. The southern tower, which housed the abbot and basilica, as well as the northern tower, which had the abbot's patients.
So from what I remember correctly, we wanted to see if Irina was here. Not Irina, Esmeralda was here because we figured she was here looking for holy water, from what I remember.
That is correct. You guys had heard from the priest in Vallaki that Esmeralda had passed through looking for holy water. Not specifically here, but she had been looking for it.
Yes. So we can probably assume that she's not here anymore because Van Richten was here and didn't know that she was even in Barovia. That being said, we can still see if we can find holy water. I would like to
I have something else I would like to pursue given time.
go for it.
Yep.
In the meantime, I'm gonna start looking for holy water. Or at least the components to make holy water.
Alright. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Hey yo, Fael. You wanna help me, homie?
I will help.
Can I get advantage?
Let's team up and look for clues.
2 individual rolls.
Damn it.
While they're doing that, would I be able to follow Van Richten?
Sure.
12.
I would like to go to
Better.
the southern tower and to Vasilika's quarters to check if there was anything she left in her rush to leave.
Okay. So we'll start with the group that's investigating right now, and we'll circle back to Van Richten.
My roll 20 is being weird. The section with where my rolls are is cropped weirdly near the bottom.
That's strange.
Yeah, I
The
don't know.
heck?
It's fine. Continue.
So, as you look around, you kind of comb through. The place doesn't look particularly ransacked, despite Van Richten going through here. It definitely has the air of abandonment, though. And as you just kind of go through, with a 17, you are able to find. Hold on. Aww. You find one vial of holy water.
Well, it's still better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. Especially considering how rare it is in these parts.
Correct.
Is there anything else that you would like to look for before we move on to Hope?
I guess just anything else of interest, anything else we can use. I mean, it is a church.
Alright. I'm gonna need, well, a church in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Using the same checks, as you kind of look around, there's really not a lot here. And the more you think about it, the more it kind of makes sense considering the abbot's nature.
Yeah.
Like, you expect to look around and you find food, but there's no food here other than, like, some stuff reserved for guests, because he didn't really need to eat. You can assume that anything more specific might be in the other tower, but that has its own problems.
Okay. Well, I'm all good.
So, Hope. As you move on out to Vasilica's quarters, you come inside and you see, you've been here before. You remember that it is kind of sparse, in a similar situation uh, to the abbot. There's not as much here for like a fully loaded room as you would expect. There's a mirror and there's like a wash basin, as well as what you remember the vase uh, with the rose on it. But go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Eyes emoji.
Oh. Ah, there we go. 15. Kind of look around, and you go to Vasilica's bed, which appears to not have been well used. In fact, it kind of catches you odd, especially given your similar natures, why she had a bed in the first place. So you go to check it a little bit. You kind of look around, and eventually you do find that there's a bit of a bump, like underneath the mattress, and you look underneath, and sure enough, there's a book under there. You pull it out. It is labeled Grok's Green Thumb, A Guide to Gardening. And it has a picture of a smiling orc, very clearly giving an exaggerated smile on the front of the cover and a thumbs up.
What else would I expect to find here? Hope pockets the book and does another cursory scan before leaving. As she closes the door, she hesitates for a second before deciding to move on to the other quarters.
All right. Is there anywhere else that you would like to look at or anything you would like to find?
Would Tart's check have covered the abbot's quarters?
It would have. The abbot's quarters, Basilica's quarters, the general meeting hall, this tower has been looked into.
Okay. That's all I have for this tower.
Okay. You all just kind of individually search the tower. You eventually kind of come back together near the entrance.
My brain didn't register that that was a key for us. Well, we looked, but unfortunately there wasn't much in terms of holy water. This is all we got, and Gray will hold up the one vial that they found.
That individual that you mentioned earlier, the one that tried to stab me, he was roaming through here earlier. Perhaps he found everything already.
Seems likely. We can also assume that Esmeralda is not here, which begs the question where else she would go.
Speak for yourself. I found a friendly face in the tower. Hope holds up the book with the picture of the smiling orc.
You see a book called Grok's Green Thumb in Hope's hands. It's probably the first time definitely the first time you've seen an orc, and probably the first time you've seen a smile in Barovia in a hot minute. Especially one like that.
Is this a... I don't know, is this a Skyrim reference?
No?
Come to think of it. Sorry. It makes me think of the super talented chef in Skyrim whose like secret identity is that they're an orc.
Are orcs native to Barovia?
Have I ever seen an orc in Barovia, CG?
Not a one.
No, is the answer to that question.
So why is this here?
Gardening book.
Traveling? Trading. Import.
There are many
The Vistani, I assume.
There are many odd people that come in and out. Perhaps they brought the book. I'm inclined to agree. The Vistani have been known to trade from the outside, and the occasional oddity makes its way in here. Perhaps years ago someone attempted to take up gardening and see if anything would grow in this soil.
Alright. That being said, anything else we need to do while we're here? doubt we'll have much opportunity to come back. Cough, cough.
We might want to secure the place, if possible.
I'm not sure how we would go about doing that. Aside from perhaps asking the people of Kresk to do so, but I'm not sure how if they're really up for it at this stage, considering all that's happened.
Considering what happened below, no one needs to go down there.
A place like that deserves to remain buried forever.
Well, if anyone can think of a way to secure it, I'm all ears.
CG.
Yes.
Could you describe the route to below the Abbey?
It's coming through the now open grave of Ilya. It's kind of almost a unnaturally made tunnel. It's clearly not meant to be like a one that's supposed to see travel, more like one that you stumble through and accidentally fall into. There's a bit of a steep drop followed by a descent of distinct sharpness. Eventually it comes out into the opening that you found below.
Hope is going to make her way out toward the graveyard. I have a way.
Okay. Curious, Irina is going to follow you, and Godfrey is going to go because he doesn't want to split the party very much. Okay, stone shape.
Hope raises her hands over the head in front of the open tunnel. As she brings them together, the land itself yields and flows together.
The entrance of Ilya's grave begins to seal as stone kind of forms in and around it, and where there was once an opening, there is now a solid slab of rock.
I can't do anything more for the tower itself, but at least that is sealed away.
It's more than I think most of us could do at this juncture.
So, shall we be off?
Let's go inform the people of Kresk of the good news.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Dagon, you elected to follow Van Richten instead, who had been more or less walking with purpose outside the Abbey and not waiting for the rest of you. You catch up to him, despite his brisk pace, you catch up to him on the slopes down to the lower part of the town, off the cliff face. Most notably, he is taking the snowy sides rather seriously. He is aged, after all.
Richten, wait up.
No, and he says as he keeps walking. But if you're going to,
Get back.
but he does say afterwards, if you want to talk to me, then you can keep up with me.
Oh, for the love of Armament, I don't have time for this bullshit. Can I lob a snowball at him?
You certainly
Sure.
try.
Improvise, throw, d20 plus whatever modifier I have.
Plus your strength mod.
That's a 0, so that's a straight d20.
Straight D20.
Nat 1, please, nat 1. 11.
Alright.
God, I'm so caught up on the. No!
Let's see. No, that doesn't do it. He kind of turns around and he just, with his free hand, he just kind of like, well, he doesn't, no, he's too old for that. He just kind of casually dodges out of the side as it just slowly poof, lands in front of it. That was rude.
And you're a cunt.
Wow.
Damn. Oh.
Bro, we need him to help us!
Yeah, and Dagon's finally gonna be a little bit, you know, offensive on this one.
Yeah?
He looks back to you and says, "Where did you learn that word in your holy order?"
About the same place that I learned where old fucks like you belong. A retirement home or the grave. Now, how about you shut up and let us talk like adults?
I was willing to talk. You decided to throw a snowball.
If you're going to have me keep up with you, at least do me the favor of walking a little bit slower.
He blinks a little time as you see that he is walking very slow so that he doesn't slip.
The young man telling the old man to slow down.
And Dagon will get up beside him.
I'm caught up on the. I was hoping we could talk like adults. Says the man who just called him a cunt and told him he belongs to either be in a retirement home or fucking dead.
Look, Dagon's already dealt with enough bruised ego as is, with one ultra
Oh.
You're
well-known
wild.
individual. So, Dagon immediately gets up to Van Richten and goes, "Alright. I apologize at least for the language. I'm a little caught up in the moment, so to speak. Especially considering the fact that we're dealing with what I would hope to be the end of this entire nightmare. And already I'm dealing with enough beings above my pay grade. So you'll have to forgive me, sir."
Forgiveness is not easily earned, but this At this juncture, I suppose I can let it slide. What do you wish to talk about?
Well, I'm caught up between a couple different things. Battle plans and strategies, raid tactics, siege warfare. And the fact that all the craziness that has occurred. On top of the fact that we know more about this place and about its lord than what I ever thought possible. And he kind of pulls out Strahd's journal.
An old book?
The Lord of the Land's personal journal before he went monstrous.
You see Van Richten raise an eyebrow.
Go ahead, give it a read.
He politely pushes the book back, perhaps in a less freezing and accident-prone climate then.
Oh,
But I will take
please.
your word for it.
Suit yourself. It's not like we haven't done enough already. To think I thought I would just be brought to these lands to kill a singular vampire and deal with a inquisitor that had disappeared. Instead, I fight a false hydra. We fight... oh, how many other vampires? Blood monster, an avatar of a dark god. The list just goes on and on.
That was your mistake, thinking that you were coming to kill a simple vampire. Strahd is not a simple vampire.
And I repent for my mistake. Anyways.
Now you know. Ignorance is its own special type of sin. You'll find your repentance sooner or later.
Oh, believe me, I'm already prepared to meet the end of my life. Besides, Barovia has taught me many things. I'm not as brash as I once was.
He says, calling the most prolific monster hunter in Barovia a cunt.
I mean, am I wrong, though? That's so... Anyways. We're already building up at least a good amount of supplies, resources, and allies. We have an entire, well, listing and grouping if you're more than willing to take a look at. Maybe you and Mordenkainen can create a battle strategy together. I'd like to see how that turns out.
He blinks. I'm sorry. You said Mordenkainen.
Yes.
He doesn't know, he doesn't know.
Who's that?
They
Long
laugh, he
story.
doesn't know.
I rolled a
story
3.
Oh, okay. Long story short, immensely powerful wizard. Some... Can I actually... How would I be able to describe Mordecai into Van Richten, CG?
One of the few who survived fighting Strahd.
That's a pretty good opener.
Well, first and
Strong
foremost,
point.
he's one of the few people who actually faced Strahd and lived to tell the tale. Second off, immensely powerful wizard who possesses capabilities that go further beyond anything you and I have probably ever seen before. On top of that... well-sized ego. Master of mystical arts.
Pompous cunt. That's how you describe him, in your own words.
I mean,
And personally...
Also a cunt.
Well, before... Well, no, I should say this. By your standards, you would probably call him what I called you. But at the same time, extreme respect for the man.
So a powerful wizard then.
Yes. Someone who's not from around here, who's much more powerful than you or I.
I hope he has some good insight for you then.
He's told me enough. But there's much more to learn.
Do you remember what I said to you the last time that we parted ways?
Don't mention your name,
That was one of them.
which we've kept up.
I told you that I work alone, and that still holds true.
And I used to work alone too. And then I learned I need others to survive.
Survival is not my issue, sorcerer.
Then what is it, a death wish?
Not mine. I'll just leave it at that for now. I have it.
Inciting him.
Go ahead.
Okay, forgive me. I'm gonna
Needs
maximize
all
this.
visible power to not want to also roll inside.
Great, in the Abbey still. I feel like rolling insight.
Sus as fuck, bro.
17?
I don't think that's gonna do it. I'm checking. No, that's not gonna do it. So you get this feeling that Van Richten is intentionally trying to push you away.
Listen. I don't know what your deal is with the Lord of the Land. I don't know enough about your history, I don't know about your past. I'm not going to pry in on it. I might be an inquisitor, but I'm not gonna pry my nose into something that is very far from what I should know. But I want you to understand that this is a major offensive. This is enough resources, enough power that could see the end goal that you're looking for. Out of all the time that I spent in Barovia with my compatriots, whom I've even learned to call as friends, doing things alone will not guarantee you anything but bitterness and extreme amounts of failure.
You're not wrong about bitterness, I'll give you that. As for failure, that's its own special failing. Words. That's its own special issue.
You're wearing him down, you're wearing him down.
What I'm trying to say is, do not try carrying the weight of a burdened world upon your own shoulders. There are those of us that are willing to help carry it with you. I'm not as high within intelligence or as wise as the many of them. Nor am I the most charismatic. But if even as someone as stubborn as I can see that, I know damn well you too can. And you're a hell of a lot more intelligent and wiser than I am.
You forgot experienced. But here's the question. What experience do I have, the young one? And he kind of looks on over and he takes his cane and he kind of like lifts it up and he points it at you. I'll tell you what experience I have. That weight of the world that you're talking about crushes anyone else. And I'm not speaking from ego. He kind of firmly puts it back on the ground. If you wish to pursue this, I have no qualms about it. Go ahead, you may succeed. But as it stands, I am not going to be going with you. I will take your plans into account in regards to my own. But know that I have my own new goal that I have to do and deal with soon. As it seems that I have a disobedient student that I need to find and scold.
The one that cares for you like a father.
It surprised me if she cared for me at all.
She does.
That sounds like an
You
unfortunate...
hear from the Abbey, what the fuck you mean?
That sounds like she still is making poor decisions then.
We're all full of piss-poor decisions, Vendrickton. That's what makes us human. That's what keeps us from becoming the monster.
Go off, Dagon.
That's what keeps us from failing like Strahd failed.
Who's to say I'm not already a monster? He turns and he starts walking away.
Still following him. If that were the case, you would have killed yourself a long time ago.
What?
Jesus Christ. Woo!
He keeps walking without turning back and he says, Sorcerer, I have been trying to do that for 30 years.
Then why not just go out the right way? Natural cause. Die happy.
Happiness is reserved for the innocent. The people who get to sleep in their bed at night and not know of the horrors that lurk outside their window, creaking and peeping in. No. I am not to die that way. I am to die slaying the beast that knocks in the night. For I am just as them. Monsters deserve to die bloody and painful deaths. God damn it, Tart.
Shut up. You weren't meant to see that. You weren't meant to see this either.
Dagon's gonna take a deep breath. And he's gonna just... He's gonna, for once, kind of open up a little bit more on this one.
You guys at this point have more or less started to reach the bottom, and the mountainside has given way to more gentle hills as you begin to walk back into town.
There is a lot more than just dying with purpose, even believing that we are not fit to live anymore, and that we are becoming more monstrous than the things that we hunt. There is a greater purpose for us all. I don't know where you will find yours. I am just lucky to have found it through my faith. And hopefully through something else.
Sometimes some of us are more than content to simply be a blade. Bloody, murderous, wielded against others. If you are here to persuade me, then I wish you the best of luck. But I know that I have my own preparations that need to be done, and, more importantly, I have to go and see, well, my apprentice, to get her to keep her nose out of this. So, you mentioned that you saw her recently, the lot of you. Do you have any idea where she might be?
I do not know. I would assume she would have been at the Abbey looking for you. It made the best guess. And that's at least what we thought.
Above
as well
getting...
as any,
Sorry, continue.
as well as what prior intel we had. I believe that is correct. Yes, we had prior intel that she passed through here.
No.
We presumed she was coming to the Abbey to get holy water. But the people of the people of Kresk stated that she came through but didn't go up to the Abbey. From what I remember.
That is not correct.
That's not correct?
For clarification, and that's okay because it's been a bit.
It has been.
The last
over
time
a
we
month.
saw her was in Vallaki.
Right. The people of Vallaki said that she had passed through Vallaki recently, looking for holy water, and then went on her way.
Right, and then we were like, she went to the Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were like, where else could you get holy water in Barovia?
But she was not here. But as you kind of relay all this information to Van Richten, he goes, your summation was correct, though. My guess would be that she is more than likely gone to either one of the priests, or more likely, she has returned to her cart. Never goes anywhere without it. One of the few things that she took from me. Well, learned from me.
Could you repeat that? I'm trying to type all this up.
He said she is probably at either a local priest, or she went back to her, stockpile, which would be the cart in this case.
Which, if I remember correctly, we were with her when she placed it down somewhere. I know it's in my notes, I just don't remember where it was.
It was, the last time you saw it, it was at the lake, a bit farther up and a bit deeper into the woods.
That's right.
Understood. I will relay this to my compatriots. I will try to see what we can do.
If you mean to confront her, and you happen to get there before me, tell her to stay put and I'll find her.
You know you can tell her that it's alright.
Oh, I have a lot of things to tell her.
Will
And I'm
you
going to make sure she hears every single one of them.
Or will you please stop with the stubbornness?
Tegan just stops and looks at him.
If you are that beaten, this broken down, sorry sack of shit, this devil-may-care attitude, no one buys it. The monster hunter who believes himself to be turning into a monster. Please. I've seen that attitude before. I watched a friend of mine turn into a quite literal monster. Did that drive him to madness? No. He bore that weight. He turned a curse into a blessing, and I found it through the faith of his god. We watched horrors. We watched monsters of unspeakable caliber come forward. And we fought them. Did it leave us bitter men? Did it leave us broken husks? No. It strengthened us. Because we had others to rely upon.
You
I
had
don't.
oth-
Yes,
Continue.
I had others. Because I actively allowed people to get close to me. I built up walls and barricades like you. I was taught that from the moment I was brought into my order at a young age. I had it beaten into me, whipped into me, bludgeoned into me, stabbed, sliced, and prodded. I was made into a cold, unfeeling, uncaring, hate-filled instrument to a god who knew if he could look upon what I once was, he would reject me in disgust. But I grew out of it. I learned to appreciate the light not for its burning, searing pain, because it has warmth to it. A nurturing warmth. A warmth that allowed me to finally open my eyes from the blindness of that damnable shadow that was cast over it. I found friends. Comrades. I found those who I am willing to lay my life down. At one point in time, I thought all were just guilty with varying degrees. Now I see that there is actual purity, even in the most damnable soul. And even if I cannot save them, I can at least give them peace. Whatever form it could be. So go ahead. Act like this. Act like the broken, frayed, destroyed, destitute, secular, godless. I don't even know what to call you. But for once in your damnable life, Rikden, swallow the pride. Look past the bitterness, the cold, the monstrous hate. Look beyond the sorrow and see the still beating hearts. Look and see the people that actually care about you. Maybe then you'll actually remind yourself what it means to be a man. Maybe then you'll remember what it is to actually fight for something. And maybe you'll actually have redemption in your soul. And with that, Dagon's dimensioning door away.
I love that we can. I love D&D because I love that we can get to hear from starting with "your cunt."
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, I'm not great at this, but... Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm not good.
As you attempt to mic drop, and you've been looking at Van Richten as he is this whole time. He's taken your whole spiel, and he's giving you the same look this whole time of some upstart not knowing a thing about anything about me. Like, and as you dimension door away, you see as he's about to say something, and you teleport.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
But it.
You were saying, CG?
No, that was it. You teleported.
Yeah. Back up at the alley. Abby. Alley, yeah.
Alley. I hope I don't find you in alley.
So I'm going to just, if you don't mind, you wind up teleporting back up to the Abbey as you land exactly 5 feet above the well in the center of the courtyard.
Give me 1 second. Where did you say I teleported at?
You went back to the Abbey, yes?
Yes.
Okay. You wind up 5 feet above the well in the center of the courtyard.
Fuck.
Fucking does like the fucking Wile E. Coyote thing.
Anyway, I can catch myself on the well.
No check needed. That was more for comedic effort than anything. You just notice at the
Oh.
last second and you just whoop, and you put your feet out so that you catch yourself as you begin to start falling. But the rest of you do notice as Dagon kind of reappears.
Dagon's walking back to the group, a little bit dour in the mood.
How'd your talk with Van Richten go?
About as well as you expect in a land of broken... a realm of bitter cunts and broken lands.
Craig kinda gives Dagon a look like, hey yo, you good?
Let's just hope we find Esmeralda before he does.
Did he give you any inkling as to where she might be?
She does not part with her card, then he kind of relays all the information down.
I assume we're walking while we're doing this.
Yeah, you all are making your way back to Kresk.
In the meantime, we can factor in any information over to Van Richten himself, but the man is dead set and stubborn in his ways to not assist us. So, if the old one wants to commit suicide, let him. It's up to him anymore.
That seems a little extreme.
Gray,
That kind of goes against my tenant.
Gray, I'm more than willing to lend out a hand to help him. But I can't force him to ask. I can only hope that whatever I say breaks through that wall of stubbornness. It took me a hell of a long time. And for all of you, I am grateful to have.
Gray will smile a little bit. Well, as for Van Richten, if anyone's going to convince him, it will likely be Esmeralda, who we have to still have to find. But for now, let's continue our way down to Kresk. Let them know what's occurred.
Please. I've already expended one usage of dimensional hopping.
Which, CG, considering everything that's happened, I think when we go down, we just give at least the Burgermeister's wife, but probably the people, like, the whole fucking spiel. Right,
Okay.
gang?
Yeah. For brevity's sake, you all kind of go down to the bottom of the down to the bottom, and you find the Burgermeister's wife, Anya, and so you basically tell her about everything that happened. The Burgermeister himself is still basically inconsolable, and this news would not do well for him either, so she just kind of keeps it under wraps. And with everything being informed, you see as a bunch of the people just kind of start leaving tentatively. You notice that there's a guard and a person like paired off as much as possible, but people kind of start returning to their homes, and the guards are busily patrolling the streets. So, is there anything that you would like to say or talk to them? Otherwise, we can transition.
I'm good. I think we would probably mention, like, we're gathering forces, but not pressure them, obviously, considering what they just went through. Probably mention it to the Burgermeister's wife, I would think. Just be like, yeah, we're fighting back, we're gathering forces, but you are not required to join. Considering what just occurred.
Yeah, the Burgermeister's wife is gives a very much. Thank you for your help. Absolutely not. You have good luck.
Understandable. Have a day. I
don't
will
blame you.
accept that.
But as you all kind of part your way from the Abbey and the village of Kresk once more,
The green lines. Ah, one more spooky sprinkler for the road.
with a bit more of a goal in mind, you eventually make your way back to Valaki. The day's journey is somber, given everything that you've kind of dealt with. Eventually, you do make it kind of back to Valaki. So, Godfrey kind of looks around to the rest of you and goes, "So, where are we to head now?"
Well, we should probably report back to the council and let them know what happened. Aside from that, I think we just spend the next few days, whatever time we have left, preparing. Maybe a good idea to go off and try and find Esmeralda. At least go back to where her cart was, see if she's still there.
Honestly, I could.
And pet this dog I found! Oh my goodness.
Nugget!
You find the one nice dog in Barovia.
Bored.
I pet the dog.
He's a
Pet the
mimic.
doggo.
But, so, you guys can, if you would like, go and track down Esmeralda based on the information given to you.
I feel like we would probably report in first, unless there's any hard objections. Good talk.
I agree.
God
I got
comes
no-
in.
got
God
no
comes in
problems, by the
standing
way.
behind you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I got no problems either way.
God kind of comes in standing behind you. Hey, maybe you should go talk to Esmeralda first.
Okay, we'll go
West.
talk to. We will go talk to Esmeralda first. I will listen to God. Morning, Lord Chan.
Praise Amumet!
God. Morning, Lord Chan.
God damn it.
Hold on, I'm
Uh,
harassing my dog. Continue.
All right. So, with kind of a bit of a lead, you do think it would be a good idea to check in, but you also think that if you're going to beat Van Richten, which you seem keen to do, it would be better to see if you can find Esmeralda first. So, you manage to kind of like skirt around Valaki and head north once more. Once more remembering that Godfrey is not exactly the most welcome individual here. As you travel north, you remember that this is probably one of your most traveled roads. This is where you met Arabelle. This is where you had your dealings with Mordenkainen the first time.
It's where we
Where
met Fael's hot mermaid wife.
true.
As my dog attempts to harass me.
As you guys make your way to the lake.
Back ahead.
Following your steps from before, you are able to, in another span of a few hours, able to locate the cart. Just up the road where you remember it. No check required, because of, again, you were parked. You remember where it was parked. And you see nothing. Just the cart along the side of the road.
Sorry, can you repeat that just one more time? I took my headphones off for a second because I'm pretty sure I hear what sounds like a fucking like argument outside, and I was just like, huh?
So you, after a couple hours of travel, you are able to remember exactly where the cart was located. And you do find yourself in front of it, seemingly nothing there. Just looks like as you left it, the cart outside.
No signs of life inside.
No.
Gray will call out, Esmeralda, are you in there? Kind of knock on
You
the side
approach
of
you approach the wagon.
Yes.
Roll me a dex
It's too
save.
late. You've already knocked.
I did already knock.
Stares at my mage hand.
A dex save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 8.
As you go and attempt to walk towards the wagon, you take a few steps and hear like something snaps,
Oh.
and you find yourself as a rope trap that you were unable to notice kind of grabs you by the legs. You are currently dangling from a nearby tree.
You know, I should have expected that.
There is also
That one's on me.
there's also what appears to be an unloaded crossbow, like pointed at you, almost like it's set to go off automatically. But thankfully, you just hear a twing as there's no bolts to fire.
I will mage hand cut him down.
Hold for a moment. That is interesting. There's no bolt in the crossbow.
There's no bolt in the crossbow.
Does it seem like it had been fired already, or does it just look like she's, for once in her life, was lazy and didn't set it up?
Go ahead and roll me an insight check, actually.
Because now I'm like, wait, hold up. That's a natural
Threat.
20. That's a 21.
21.
Given everything that you know what she was doing, like she was preparing to go talk to... You told her about her ringleader, in quotation marks, and that she was doing some preparations to find holy water, you get the sense that this might be more of a statement than an actual, like, trap.
Like, I could have killed you, let it be known.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But as the trap kind of goes off, the rest of you, kind of watching Gray go up, you also see the door kind of like, boom, kick open. And I think we're going to change the music a little bit. Just a little bit. And it's a little bit more. Where are you? I'm looking for something specific.
Uh-oh.
There we are. As kind of like this crossbow is pointed out and aimed at the rest of you, as Esmeralda just kind of peers out. Oh, it's just all of you. She kind of like sheathes it a little bit. Wait. She thinks for a second, and she looks up to the tree. I'm amazed that it could hold all that much weight. I must really compliment myself for my trap.
Hello.
Excellent knot tying.
Yes, thank you, Fael. She walks on over, and she kind of starts gently lowering you down.
Boy.
Thank you. Remind me, CG, was Choggy with us the last time she was here? That's a no, right?
No, Choggy was still with you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thought so. We'll get to that. Thank you. We've been looking for you.
Yes, I've been making my own preparations, and one does not sit in one place and just let your enemies find you.
Well, I hope you're prepared because the time is nigh.
Oh. So, you got
an invitation?
No, actually.
Well then.
I'm not exactly on the mailing list, as she kind of gestures to the middle of fuck all nowhere that you are currently at.
Gray will hand
Well-
her the invitation he has.
She takes it, reads it over a little bit. Ah. So, everything is going to come to a head in a few days then.
Indeed. Either we win, and we say Barovia, or everyone's fucked. There's no other real way to put it.
I try not to imagine the outcome of failure. It's much worse than death. By the way, speaking of invitations, would you like to come into my home? I admit it is a little cramped, but the trap should be disabled enough.
You do remember the old saying about invitations, right?
I imagine that I understand, but at the same time, she kind of looks at the rest of you. No offense, but I don't think that vampires would be also willing to step into a trap as obvious as that.
True. No, there is a lot we're going to have to talk about. And some things are a little bit quicker that we're going to need to talk about on a timetable.
Yes, we're going to have to completely skip over the next hour to go over everything that's happened.
Insert Batman 60s cutaway.
Yeah, no, I think we, like, without missing really, like, any detail, just give her the whole spiel of everything that's happened since she's been gone.
everything from the temple to the Chaggy to the to the Abbey to
Crest,
you know
Van Richten.
to yeah Van Richten.
Van Richten, who is now looking for her.
Yeah, and also probably double pissed because of that and
Get over it.
ignorance.
So there's a wide range of emotions as Esmeralda just kind of takes in everything. At first, she's curious about what's happening at the temple. Then she's horrified when she learns about Chagi's fate. Then she's extremely worried upon learning about Ogdova. Again, just perplexed at the Arcana Loft that you found. Then mortified once everything happened in everything in Kresk, and then you bring up Van Richten, and she gets stone-faced. Oh, joy! He found out before I could get to him first. Wonderful.
Oh, it does not end there. It gets a little bit more complicated.
Why did you say that?
Oh, you see, he's an idiot.
Yes, this is well known.
Well,
But he's our idiot.
oh, I love you too. I'll burn you last. Your teacher is very beset in his stubborn ways, and being someone who was formerly stuck in many of his own stubborn ways, it both resonated and irked me. I didn't need alcohol to say a little bit of, I wouldn't say truth, but truth mixed in with personal wisdom.
It sounds like you attempted to give a bitter pill to a bitter pill.
Yeah, I tried to give more of a sweet and sour pill to a bitter pill. Of course, it didn't help that I called him a cunt.
She just at that just kind of does a double take.
What?
I am frankly amazed that you still have all your fingers.
Considering the forces we have dealt with on top of the entities we have met throughout our entire journey, I'll take my chances with Van Richten over half of the other beings.
So, you mouthed off to him and tried to persuade him by the sound of it.
I can't force him to feel anything. I can only give him my 2 cents.
The tough old build really doesn't feel much anymore these days anyways. Ever since we parted. Ever since. And she knocks her wooden leg on the floor. Not ever since he kicked me out.
It's up to you on what you feel.
Oh, I know exactly what I feel. I feel like the old fart needs to have an actual heart-to-heart.
Well, from what Dagon told us, if you don't move, he'll come find you.
It did sound like he was on his way then.
Yep. And I'm guaranteeing you he'll probably be here any bit soon.
Well, he's always been pretty good about getting where he needs to go. And you are traveling in a group, which makes it a little harder. That being said, possibly. He didn't know where this place was, and you did. So, how was my dear old mentor?
Grumpy.
No, that's how he is. How was he? As in, his current state, not his overall state.
Still alive, still kicking.
He was. I wouldn't say he was looting the Abbey, right? He was just like. I don't remember what he was looking for in the Abbey.
You never went and checked in on that.
Ah, fuck. That's right.
Hmm.
Shit.
Ooh.
Because I thought he told us last session. Fuck.
Yeah, well.
He was looting the Abbey.
That sounds... that sounds about 50-50 for him.
Credit where credit's due. Still doing pretty damn lively.
Alright. I suppose we should see if we can't intercept him then. That was my goal, now it appears to be his goal as well. Suppose we should all just... You can come and see all the collateral that's about to happen.
I'm not opposed to the idea.
I'm sorry that it has come to this level, but
Why? Just because you stuck your nose in some business that it was not your own? Don't worry, I'm not actually judging you, I'm just giving you shit.
no. Like, you really are more than just a pretty face. You're also a lethal psychopath.
Alright, rude, but sure.
I'm not judging.
Gray
you, I'm just
leans
being
over to
eternally
Irina.
indignant.
Is he trying to flirt right now?
Oh, don't worry, Irina. Wait, not Irina. Oh, fucking. Thanks, Gray. I fucking
Wow,
mixed
I
up my
say the
names.
wrong woman's name. Damn.
Irina kind of leans back to you and says, "Do you know if his order participates in chastity? I don't know."
Don't worry, Esmeralda. And he kind of will look to Esmeralda and go, I would at least like you to know that you have us to talk to. I would consider us friends.
Gray leans over to Irina. Sheesh.
Alright. Well, I think I'm going to need this more than I thought I would. Thanks for that. Let's go find the old buzzard, eh?
Of course.
And you, and she kind of takes her rapier and kind of jabs the hilt into your chest. You might want to watch your words this time. Not saying that he didn't deserve it, but well, just be a bit more measured if you want to pipe up in this confrontation.
I will be as measured as the flame used to ignite a funeral pyre.
We'll have such a way with words.
What can I say? Grand speeches are a great thing to have, especially when you're about to commit some very horrific acts in the name of God.
She kind of sighs a little bit. It's like, alright, let's get going. And at this juncture, she starts bringing bringing you guys kind of outside the cart. You remember when you traveled with the cart that it was magically drawn, and you all just kind of like casually walk around the side as she kind of like activates it, and it starts moving again. You wind up making your way back out to the road. Walk for another hour or so. Until... I'd like everyone to make me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
What the? 21.
Five.
Hey, 20. Natural 20.
Then 23 for hope. Let's see. Well, as you all kind of like travel down the open road, feel like something's off. It's like a strangeness in the air. There's like something here. And then as you all begin to look around, Gray, Hope, and Fael with all really good checks. He had a really good one too, I'm just gonna say. You do manage to spot Van Richten just kind of like behind a tree, currently in what appears to be a preparatory pose, because he didn't know what was coming. But as you kind of like spot him and he spots you, he just kind of leans out on the other side. He rolled a 19 on the die. You guys still beat him.
Dang.
As he kind of like rolls around, it's like, got sharp eyes at least.
Good to
Walks
see you
towards you.
again.
I see you made it to her first. Advantage of youth and knowledge, I suppose. He sighs a little bit. Esmeralda kind of gets up off of her wagon. Starts walking towards. They both kind of like, almost kind of like cowboys, are walking towards each other in this dirt road.
The party takes a step back.
There's a moment where each of you, like, they watch as they just kind of stop dead center. You know, the only reason I'm not slapping you is because you're a decrepit old bag of bones, alright? You know, the only reason that you aren't being hit with another cane is because you are no longer my student, right? Bastard. Bastard. You're the one who came to me, if I remember correctly, and you couldn't cut it. You left. No, you kicked me out. I had to. After the instant here, and he takes his cane and he knocks the leg, it's clear you weren't cut out for this work. I am more cut out than anything, and you know it. That's not what this is about. This is never what this was about. Oh? Is that not what it's about? Then why did you follow me here? I told you that the one place you should never go was Barovia. This would be a great place for you to just throw your life away and your whole career if this is what you want to do, but no. You decided to come here anyways. What, for me? For an old fart like myself? Yes, for an old fart like yourself. Why would I not? You just wanted to come here and just challenge Strahd with what? Gumption? Experience? A cane? You think he's going to be impressed by a cane? I don't think he's going to be impressed by anything. I think he is going to be the toughest challenge that any monster hunters ever seen, And I didn't want you to be here to experience potential death. I risked my life every day, working with monsters, working with you. And this is too much? How is this any different? You really aren't going to budge on this, are you? I'm already here. What do you want from me? To leave? No one leaves. As this argument goes on, do any of you want to say or interject into anything?
I do. For what it is worth, your apprentice proved herself in my eyes during our adventures together. It is a shame you weren't there to see it. If you had, perhaps you'd have a different opinion right then. Ow.
You've been performing admirably, I heard. Traveling with this lot. Say they've been working with you, despite your oh so wonderful nature. What does that mean? You know what it means. No, I really... just... enough. We can discuss that later, in more privacy. And he looks over to you, Hope. My apprentice has probably done quite well for herself. He kind of gives her a venomous look, but then looks back to you. And I say this with all too genuine nature. Incredibly talented and skilled. It does not mean that that is enough to take on Strahd von Zarovich.
You say that. But at the same time, what can you say about your own odds? Do your own deeds stack that much higher than her own?
He kind of takes a breath. No. I don't think my odds are any better. But I do think that if she were here with me, they would be far, far worse. There you go again. Always trying to say that I can't cut it to spend time with you. Do you really think that we are so incapable together?
May I ask you a question, sir?
Seems to be the day. It seems to be Pester Van Richten Day, so sure, why not?
Where? I'm an accomplished vampire hunter. Where?
raging over here.
Do you have any children of your own? Or is this the closest you have? She says, gesturing to his apprentice.
Make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
this ought to be interesting.
Oh, shit. I thought he was going to say make me a charisma check. Hey.
What is up with all the 21s today?
Nice.
Out of the last 6 rolls, 4 of them have been 21s.
Bro, we ought to please start playing fucking blackjack.
You get a cold chill going down your spine as Van Richten looks over to you, and the visage of this man is honestly one of the most terrifying things you have seen when you got here. You see the visage of a man not only dead set in his ways, but he has turned every bit of anger and frustration in your direction all at once. And he just says, "Had."
Above game. None of us knew about this. Correct.
Nope.
And it was a feeling you never want to feel again, isn't it? Despite that visage, Hope has a poker face.
You all think you know so much about me. You all think you know exactly what to say to fix me, to get me on your side. The great vampire hunter Van Richten. Surely with him he can save everything. Sure, he can save all of us.
Did I say that?
No, but I did. Because that's what you're here for. You're here for my aid. You want us to help. You want my help to take down this vampire, huh? Isn't that... You're all trying so hard to find an angle, something to convince me, hmm?
You already said you're not helping. What I am trying to do make sure that no one else is broken by these lands, and I am staring at 2 right now.
Cannot break what is already broken! That's the point! You have a life ahead of you, a career ahead of you. You all have lives and careers ahead of you. I do not want to see it thrown away in my name or just to help me. Destroy this vampire. I can take care of this on my own without getting any of you involved and making sure you all live longer to see life to its full extent. A life I don't get to experience anymore. A life they never got to experience anymore.
And just as you are making that choice, we are making the same.
You don't get it! You know what? Fine. If it'll get you off my tail, fine. You know why I'm pushing you all the way? You know why I said you could no longer be my apprentice when you lost your leg? Do you know why? for your treachery and your butchery. May you live to die alone. He looks on over to Esmeralda. Dying words from one of your clan. As I slit her throat.
Can we get that in typing? I'm so sorry.
How is Esmeralda reacting to this?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Can we all?
10.
Yes, you may. Who would you like to insight? Because both are valid targets here, but you only get to pick one.
I will go harder. I will go him.
Okay.
How about you, Fire?
Same.
I'll go Esmeralda.
16.
16 on him. 10 on Esmeralda. 21 on him.
13.
13 on Esmeralda. This is a very raw moment. Esmeralda, for her situation, looks like she is taken aback, stunned, and at a loss for words. Van Richten feels like he has just torn his heart out and showed it to y'all.
With all due respect, sir. She came here for a reason, and you know what it is. You are going in there with a death wish, and asking her to stand by and do nothing. Do you not realize you are asking her effectively to go through T? He same thing you did in reverse?
You are not listening! I am cursed! And not one of those simple curses that you can dispel, like being a werewolf or anything like that. This is a death curse. You're quite familiar with those, aren't you, dear? Looking on over to Esmeralda. you've been cursed this whole time. Yes, I've been cursed. After... We've already gotten this far, might as well go the full distance. I got into this when a pair of Vistani kidnapped my wife and child, sold them to a vampire, plain far different from here. I got him back after he was turned, gave him the mercy of putting him down with my own hands. Then I made sure to track down the traitorous Vistani who had traded him in, to make sure that they would suffer for what they did. I told myself at the time I was doing the world a favor by making sure that they would never harm anyone else, but I knew what it was for. And as that woman that kidnapped my only son, lay bleeding out, she cursed me. I could feel it take root in my veins. I didn't know what it was at first. I simply thought that I'd be alone for the rest of my life. That's what it sounded like. But no, people still flocked to me. Friends I cared about. And I watched every single one of them die in front of my eyes, while I remained safe and alone. You were the last. He looks on over to Esmeralda. You had so much talent. You were so much better than I were. You came to me. You came to me because you wanted to help. Something I had not seen in ages. Everyone came for revenge. Everyone came because someone had slighted them. No, you sought me out for that all elusive reason of just wanting to make the world a better place. And I thought maybe someone of your origin, perhaps you could get around this curse somehow. Somehow. But I saw what happened when you lost your leg. And I knew it was a matter of time. So I kicked you out. You had enough skills. You could learn from life at that point. You didn't need me anymore. You didn't have to have me around to mentor you. And the longer that you were with me, the more in danger that you were. So no, I am not going to jeopardize all of you by traveling with you. Begins to walk away.
And yet. You still came looking for her, didn't you? You could have easily stayed away. But you didn't.
I had to. If I had left her be, she would find me. I knew that you were looking for me once you lot told me about her. Her incessant need to come back to me and give me all of her anger. Whatever it would be, I could not risk that happening at a crucial moment. For me, especially for her. He turns to Esmeralda. So there you are. That's why I kicked you out. Is it everything you ever hoped for? You never told me about any of this. No, I never told any of you. I never told any of your predecessors, and I certainly never told you. I don't need pity. Pity would incline that you would be willing to stay around and solve the curse. Stay with me. See it through. Just fall victim to it. No, anger. Anger at what I gave you. Storming off, but still alive. I was content to be a bitter memory. A reminder whenever you slayed your beast or succeeded in making it out. But you followed me. For some reason, you followed me. And now we're all trapped here. You're right. I didn't know. I had no idea. And you didn't tell me. You gave me the reason why you didn't tell me. And you know what? I don't care. But I do! I don't care if you don't care! I just want to see you safe, and I want to make sure you are not throwing your life away. You're cursed? You to die alone? Is that really what you think? I know it to be true. You think it to be true. I don't buy it for a second. You know what your clan is capable of. You're right. I do. I know of the power that we've Vistani hold. And I believe that you are cursed. But I don't think that it is so absolute that you should just give up on yourself and just throw yourself in Strahd to die and take no one else with you. So then what? Just rot away alone, waiting for the eventual specter of death that I may greet all of those that I have wronged? No. No, the bastard that you are, of course you'd come for someone like this. Some grand way to go out. Do one last thing for the world. Well, as she said before, we are both stubborn in our own ways. You get to choose your death. That is everyone's given right. I get to choose mine as well. So I'm going to risk it. I will risk spending time with my mentor, who taught me everything I know and cared for me when I came to see him, a child with nothing but regret. It's a bit of a tense silence.
May I speak up?
Go for it.
Gray kind of putting his hand on the sunblade. The truth of the matter is, regardless of what you do, how you feel, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're cursed. What matters is that in a few days' time, every able-bodied person in Barovia is going to march on that castle to fight. Yes, people are going to die. We may die. But that is our choice to make. I spent every moment since I left this land preparing for this. Preparing to fight back. We are so very close. I will not jeopardize this land to the ravings of a fool. Guilt and doubt are insidious killers. You're pushing everyone away. But those people are going to fight anyway. You think you're saving them by taking this upon your own hands, but what about them? What about the people wishing to take this fight into their own hands? Maybe you're right. Maybe you are cursed. Maybe everyone around you is meant to die. But that's not on you. That's not your fault. That's their choice to make. And everyone who stands with us now has something to fight for. They have a reason for fighting. They have a purpose. And even if they knew you were cursed, we're too far in now. So are you going to stand there and play devil's advocate? Stand there like a coward because you think you're responsible for the fight that's ahead? Or are you going to take up that sword, that cane, and help and fight with us? You keep talking and talking about how you need to push everyone away because everyone's going to die. And maybe that will happen. But again, at least that will be their choice to make. I choose to fight. With or without you. Because I believe we have a chance. And these people deserve better.
Technically speaking, if you fight with us, you won't die alone. Right?
Above game,
Can't.
above game,
Thank
the
you,
point. Above game, the point he's making is that it's not just that he'll die alone; he'll also die last. So, but your point is made. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Fuck it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, everyone step back.
Grab your popcorn.
Dagon's picking up the microphone, fucking Max Caster over here.
Listen.
Dagon will just walk up. He will not say a word. He will hug Van Richten.
Man is honestly shocked beyond belief. He doesn't know how to respond to this.
He's an introvert. Knew it.
It's like you just given him one of the it's like you've just given a man the first positive reinforcement he's had in, like, his entire life. That is how he is reacting to this. I'd like you all to roll me a persuasion check.
Damn.
I'm assuming
I was
nobody
waiting for
gets
it.
nobody gets any add-on, do they?
Oh, if only I was Zam.
Straight persuasion.
This
Does
is godlike
Esmeralda get a
bullshit.
roll?
Esmeralda does get a roll.
Natural one! Oh, yeah,
Please
that's
don't.
skilled.
That kind of fits, actually.
Fucking goblin. Can't talk shit. I'm a fucking goblin.
Five.
I'm the thing you kill. Oh.
Okay. Too good, too bad.
I would ask one question, Sichi.
Uh-huh.
You know what now? Actually, would it be... I don't know if I want to burn a spell slot. I mean, not a spell slot, but a sorcery point for a reroll. Yeah, fuck it. Would it be possible?
Sure. Go ahead and re-roll.
Burn one sorcery point. Can I burn another sorcery point?
Oh.
Sure.
Because I am. I was tempting fate, but I'll take
my
that
God.
natural 20! Oh, the god said, "Fuck what you mean, boy." All right, we're done playing.
God, what? Oh
man, Orange Jesus literally said, "Fuck you." All right, I'm done playing.
For those of you who are just listening and aren't watching, Jay Frost on his first reroll went from a 15 to a 10 on a natural 1, and then on the second went to a 29 on a natural fucking 20.
Oh, my booty cheeks hurt, and it's not from the fucking dysentery.
Go off, King.
Oh,
It was
I
a
am-
really good hug.
oh.
So,
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the Persuasion Natural 20 cancels out the Persuasion Natural 1.
Thank you.
This leaves us with 2 successes, 2 failures, and an Esmeralda roll.
Guidance her or something.
She walks up. As Dagan, you are currently in a hug. She walks up to Van Richten. Slaps him right across the face.
That's what I thought Dagan was gonna do, I'm gonna be honest.
This lot is right. You get to choose your own life. We also get to choose our own life. And if we want to risk this death curse to defeat Strahd as they do, or to spend time with you as I do, it is our prerogative to make. With a natural 20.
Let's go!
Van Richten, at this juncture, lets out the longest, deepest sigh that you have ever heard. We're all damn fools. Fine. You want to throw your lives away? Be my guest. What's the plan? And we're gonna take our break.
Let's go!
Hey.
Which means
Sheesh!
you all will check the Discord real quick.
Yes! Barovia readiness meter! Oh shit! Esmeralda and Van Richten. The monster hunting duo is back together. Question mark in parentheses. Period. The master and apprentice are keen to end Strahd once and for all, and are willing to bring youthful recklessness and aged skill to bear against him. Strengths: the most knowledge and experience on monster types around. Unlikely to fall for any special abilities or monster-based curveballs. Wide variety of magics with utility, healing, and damage available. Some Ravenloft knowledge. I don't know why I said that as if there was more after that. Weaknesses: very bad teamwork, both with others and each other. Van Richten's mood and Esmeralda's Mm,
Propensity.
propensity, thank you. Fucking got it right at the end. Propensity to act solo can cause poor morale. More focus on Strahd than allies. Sure.
God, it's like all this.
Hooray! We got this broken ass family to be united again.
It's like the Spider-Man without Tom Holland Spider-Man leading them together. Are the Avengers? Are they like a band? No, it's like a team.
Yes, break time.
Yes, I need some water badly.
Yeah, you do.
Stretch that water.
I'm gonna go get food.
So, goblins, not good at convincing monster hunters.
It's alright,
figure.
buddy. We've got your back.
There's not much back to even get, come on.
I love that somebody thought I was gonna slap him.
I wasn't expecting a slap. You know, one to do manual violence. Mr. Spellcaster.
Yeah, that requires actual physical confrontation. Why would I do that when I can use magic?
It also requires some degree of dexterity and strength.
Exactly.
To-
Why use
to
any
do
of that when I
successfully.
can just easily, you know, boosh.
I'm back. I have acquired water.
Welcome back.
Ah, you have acquired agua.
Mm-hmm.
Liqueef, absorb.
Man, today has just been a roller coaster. Of fun.
Oh, this was... Go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was under the surface.
We did it. We saved the family.
Do I not have crowd sharing? Damn. Gotta stop slacking on my soundboard.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey.
That's close enough.
That's pretty good.
I know iDubbbz out of nowhere. That is iDubbbz, yeah.
E.
Yay. I'm not a moron.
Bruh.
I'll be right back.
So how you feeling, CG?
I'm okay. A little itchy.
What? Ooh, itchy.
Nah, I'm not really. But I wanted to have, I give a feeling that had nothing to do with emotions.
Fair.
How about you, Jay Frost?
My butt doesn't hurt anymore, so yay.
That's good.
It was pay. More pay. Oh god, so much pay.
You know, I've only been in a similar situation like that once in my life, and it was pretty bad.
I believe that. It sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Bro, why must food poisoning be a thing? Why must
Because-
it hurt us so?
That's what you get for eating seafood.
Yeah, apparently.
Could be worse. I was done in by Taco Bell,
Ooh. No.
and now
Why?
I can no longer have Taco Bell.
Back.
Oh, that's hell.
Welcome back. Listen. Taco Bell is whatever. And I say that because in order to get to a Taco Bell, I have to pass 2 really nice Mexican restaurants and a Chipotle.
Okay, you see, that's fair.
You're just downgrading as you go on. And, like, the restaurants are cheaper than Taco Bell, too.
You know what? Yeah, that's kind of true.
The new taco place opened up and I really want to try it. But the person I go with is, unfortunately very busy. Also, welcome back.
I was really tempted to just say, just don't die.
That would have been pretty funny.
Just don't die, forehead.
Just don't die, moron.
May you die alone.
Back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Can't die alone if you just don't die. Becomes a lich.
Apparently that's
stasis field.
Apparently that's how what is it? I think they're called death tyrants become a thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it's when a beholder just says screw death.
Yeah, that's literally what happens. He just wills himself to be a lich. So welcome back. Once Target gets back, we'll start on up again.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
While we're doing that, I think I'll take the opportunity to switch some stuff on over.
I have food and water.
Welcome back. We're just in time.
Let's go.
So, sounds like everyone is back. So we're just gonna hop right back in. All right. So, after more or less, just completely not leaving Van Richten alone and finding Esmeralda, you have reconnected with each other. And at this juncture, I'm proud to say that you have completed all of the main quests in Barovia, guys. Congratulations.
Hooray!
However, this brings us to the next 2 parts of this session. They are both together. You all have 2 days before this happens. Is there anything anyone wants to do?
I'm eating, and I know what I want to do, so I'll just be real quick. I just want to take as much time as I possibly can to train anyone who is not formally trained in combat.
Okay.
Anyone I can do as much as I can do.
Noted. Are you going to go after any names, or are you going to focus on the people, or
I'm going to
you
mainly
have...
focus on, like, the citizens. Like, just anyone who doesn't already have formal combat training.
Okay. So I'm going to say with the amount of time that you have three choices. You can work with 2, or you can work with 1 twice. You have either the Valachian citizens, you have the Barovian citizens, or you have Orion's pack.
I will do the 2 groups of citizens.
Okay, 1 each. So, Vallaki is the only town large enough for kind of everything, so this is where everyone is kind of like coming together. And the town square is pretty much the only place big enough to do major drills. Gray, as you are the one most familiar with the lands, with the people, you kind of spearhead the training operation. You and Isaac both work together to deal
My boy!
with the training of the Vallaki troops. Isaac is also kind of taking some notes from you as well that he may continue to train the troops when you move on to the Barovians. I would like you to roll. What would this be? I really hate that there's no like teaching or tutoring analog that we can really go to.
Yeah, that's unfortunately one of the downsides of all this.
Could I actually make an argument for something?
Absolutely.
A survival check?
Explain.
I'm teaching them to survive.
I mean, it is a type of survival.
Nah, just here's my thing. Gray, considering like how much like tutelage he's been through, would know like the proper routines to like properly know how to at least get someone started. My problem is my charisma isn't great, so I can't do like a performance or persuasion. My intelligence is okay, so I could do that if you want, but survival is the... Oh, sorry, I got food in my teeth. Survival is, in terms of this, the best skill I have to offer. If we're looking for specifically a skill check.
I'll tell you what. I'm not going to give you survival, but
That's fine.
I'm going to give you straight up intelligence check, adjust the DC accordingly, and Isaac is going to give you advantage.
Okay.
Because you are both working together.
Alright. Intelligence check, you said?
Straight intelligence check.
Alright. Well.
Okay,
9.
that's the first one. Give me another.
Fuck. 11.
Off. And one last one.
One last one? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. 20.
Hey, 9 plus 11 equals 20.
So, the first 2 checks were for the citizens, and unfortunately, it's kind of almost too wide a net. Like, to effectively teach, especially in the way that your master taught you, it was very one-on-one, very personal, but you don't have as much time, and you have quite a lot of people, so you have to give the very general concepts. That being said, you do, about halfway through the first day, a thought did occur to you that if you can teach one person, that person might be able to teach other people a bit better. And so you turn to your brother. So with the 20, that went towards Isaac.
Okay.
And while your training was not very successful with the Wallachians, you get the feeling after kind of like giving him the information and kind of working off one another, you feel like he definitely gets a better idea of what's going on. And you get the sense that he'll be able to effectively teach and prepare as well. So
Okay.
while you did not succeed in today's training, you did give at least give Isaac the chance to succeed for you tomorrow.
Cool. I will accept
All right.
this.
And for the second day, I would like 3 more intelligence rolls. This time, you will be working with Ismark in kind of a similar way. And again, because Ismark is someone you have spent a lot of time with, he's able to give you advantage.
All right. Cool. There we go. Better. 20. Starting off. Another 20. And we fall off on the N6. But 220.
So, taking the lessons from the first day, like the first day you were just you were almost aiming the bar a little too high. As a lot of these guards, like you were thinking they were prepared guards when they were really just, people. But you've adjusted your expectations, and as you approach the people of Barovia, who are on a lot lower level but a lot more dedicated, they seem to take in your teachings a bit more. Ismark is a little bit of a harder sell. He has his own style, and it kind of conflicts with you. It's kind of like when you taking a doctor to the hospital. The doctor's just going to be like, "No, it's clearly this," and you're just, "No, I'm the one in charge here," and you kind of butt heads over that. But the training of the Barovians works out pretty well, and we will see how Isaac's training of the Valachian townsfolk will do.
Let's go. That's my bro.
So, that is what Gray does for the next 2 days. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do?
I'm not going to eat my rice and
Boy,
curry.
howdy. I have things.
Oh dear.
I don't think I've ever
Yes.
heard in my life Sin use the words boy howdy, so we're in for a time.
I look forward
I-
to seeing this.
I feel I can help with at least one of those. If it's making holy water.
Day 1.
Okay.
I am going to identify leaders in each of the armies.
Okay. So, the leaders are basically the townsfolk leaders that you are used to. So it would be Orion for the werewolves, Irina/Ismark for the Barovians, and Isaac for the Valachians. They are essentially the heads. They have their own second in commands in quotation marks, but it's definitely not very much an army, with the exception of Orion, because Zuleika is his second in command.
Airboats.
We're
Airboats.
summoning airboats. Let's go.
I am going to work to take gathered raw materials to magically MacGuffin armor to better protect the key leaders in each group. Call it plot armor.
Ah, interesting. Okay, so as you are busy in the forge, crafting goods for all of them, let's see. What do you craft? If I remember correctly, you guys should have a fair bit of you guys should still have a fair bit of the steel ingots, correct?
Yes.
That and silver bars, I believe.
I saved the bars for holy water.
Yeah, I think the silver was specifically going to holy water.
Stares at ceremony.
I consult with Asek, Orion, and Asek first on what armor they feel the most comfortable in. Ismark.
Let me take a look. Isaac is absolutely going to request plate from you.
My man!
Orion already has plate, so he is going to stick with that. But he will ask for a. He was about to ask for armor for Zuleika, and Zuleika just kind of looks him over and goes, "No." He's like, "Well, you heard her." That being said, he would be willing to take a well-made blade. And as for Ismark,
What size?
for him, let's see, just double checking him.
One or two-hander.
Hold on, I have to double check because I think I may have forgotten. Huh. He's gonna ask for a longsword. Ismark is not so much of the brawler type that Isaac and Orion is. He is going to ask for a breastplate. Or is it half plate, I think? One of the two.
How much iron do we have?
I don't remember correct. Go ahead.
Sorry, just to throw in, breastplate is medium, half plate is heavy.
No, half plate's medium. It's
I was
the
about
very
to say,
Is it?
yeah, it's the
Yeah,
very
'cause I
tippy
have it.
top of medium.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Never mind. Continue.
like, I can't wear heavy,
I
but
was
that's the
trying to
best I
help,
can
but I
have.
just made it more confusing.
No worries. Thanks anyways.
All good.
Oh, no, I read wrong. I read his sheet wrong. He is not a dex fighter. I'm thinking of Irina. That makes sense. He is absolutely going to take plate mail from you. So
Let's
that's 2 orders of
go,
plate mail
the
and a longsword.
boys. The 4 of us are gonna fucking 5 of us, because Hope also has plate mail. We're gonna fucking stroll into Strahd's fucking
Look at
house,
me.
dripped out. Let's
So-
How
go.
much
I'm a
iron do I
medium-sized
have to
creature.
work with?
I was about to get to that. So you have, if I remember correctly, you guys have about 4 ingots of iron left after using it and losing a few. So
Yes.
I'm going to say that 2 full bits of plate and a longsword is going to take you about 2 full ingots. This plate mail is heavy duty shit. We have 2 left to work with.
What is Irina wearing?
Irina. Irina is currently wearing half plate.
So, can't upgrade from that.
Yeah. And she is a dex fighter, so...
And she is Dex, so that's good.
No, it's in
Irina
medium
also
armor.
has the silver dagger, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. But she is currently only rocking a short sword.
Mm. Give that girl a rapier. That's a whole D8.
Unless she, for some reason,
I will
wants to
need
dual
that
wield.
to wait until day 2.
Okay.
I've got stuff and things. How long would it take to handle the tree situation, CG?
Let me check on Hallow. Alright. So...
24 hours, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It takes 24 hours. I would say that at the end of the first... I would say if you leave at the end of the first day, take enough people with you, just, could protect you while you're casting the spell. So you will have to take a little bit of either your friends or the main force. You could purify the tree on day 2, but it will take all of day 2.
Finishing day 1 for now then.
Okay. So, since that seems to be the stopping point for Hope for now, does anyone else have...
No.
Oh, apologies. I misread.
As in, I wanna finish it out first.
Okay. By the way, just as an aside, I rolled for it. And, yeesh. It's a lot of ceremonies.
Yeah, bro.
I rolled... Yep. I rolled for it, and... Esmeralda, while she was running around, was able to procure 3 bottles of holy water.
Sheesh.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 4 bottles of holy water. So, if anyone is keeping track, which nudge nudge hint hint, you have procured 8 vials of holy water this session so far.
So that's our total count?
For this day, yes.
Okay.
End of day 1.
Okay. If I may, because it sounds like there's still a lot of stuff to do, does anyone else want to do something else? Like, Fael, Dagon?
Question. Does day 1
Yes.
count as a separate day, as in long rest, new
Yes.
spells prepared?
Yeah.
If that's the case, I would help with ceremony,
Okay.
because I got 6 slots to work with.
Alright.
Provided there's enough silver.
There's enough silver.
Well, I got 6 slots, and I get 2 back per long or short rest, so
Well,
whatever math that works out.
I'm not going to do the full math right now. We can hammer that out
Yeah.
later. I will say that you can't just short rest and then immediately like do a whole bunch of stuff and then short rest, especially because ceremony takes an hour to perform.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that you're able to get out. You're able to get out 1 short rest for the day to get your spell slots back. But that will also be the entire thing that you do that day.
Understandable.
Is that you, File?
That's all I can think of, yes.
Dagon.
The only thing I can do is assist with battle stratagem, planning, maybe see if anyone's even magically inclined. And if so, maybe teach them. If none of that's possible, probably spend some time with Esmeralda.
Okay. Interesting. So none of the townsfolk are magically inclined. There are, however, a few cultists, like reformed cultists, that are in the Valaki area. Like, there is some in that group that you can help out with. For tactics and battle planning, I figure you can spend extra time doing so, but there's going to be a moment where we're just kind of like all doing some kind of like above game tactics and battle planning.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'd like, we can sort that out there, or you can do some more stuff, some different tactics and planning.
I think the only thing I'll really want to do is probably spend time with Esmeralda.
Okay.
And I'll type up what I want to do because I'm gonna have to be leaving in just a second. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fair.
I'll send it to you in a DM, CG.
Sure.
Woo woo, I'm Dagon. I'm gonna get with cute Monster Hunter. Woo.
I love you, Tark. Never change.
He says being an anime boy, going after like the one girl you don't want to go after in this game.
I take back the end of my day. I will return the book to Vasilika and spend the rest of the time with her.
Ah, okay. So, I have a little bit with that. As you kind of like track down Vasilika at the Vistani camp outside of Valaki. She's currently setting up shop with Mordenkainen in a manor that's serving kind of as a base for the less sociable members of this army. And she's kind of like, oh, hi, Hope.
I found something that I think belongs to you.
kind of quizzically at you.
She holds up the book in front of her own face.
She just quickly grabs it and just like rapidly and flusteredly stuffs it away.
Was something wrong with it?
No, nothing. It's fine. You didn't look in it, did you?
Insight.
You didn't look in it, did you? Yeah, go ahead and insight. $12. Oh, yeah. You have not a clue exactly what that is about. I mean, it was just a gardening book, so yeah.
Why would I need to?
No reason. Don't worry about it. But I'm glad that you gave it back. That was really nice of you. Wait. Like gears turning in her head. Did you go to my room?
We ended up back at the Abbey. I know you left there so quickly. Wanted to make sure you didn't leave anything.
She gives kind of like a little bit of like half fake huff, and it's like, but I didn't give you permission to go in my room. It's fine. No,
I am sorry. I didn't realize it would be an issue.
No, it's not really an issue. I would have given you, I was absolutely given you permission if you had asked. Just, wasn't thinking about it, I guess.
I thought it might be some comfort considering everything.
Yeah. She kind of pulls the book out. The abbot told me that this was a an 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 orc, I think. You ever met one of those?
I can't say I have. He seems to be nicer than most I've heard about though.
Well, he looks so happy. He really likes gardening, I guess. There's something about him that's just kind of like an infectious happiness, you know?
What kind of tips does he give?
Oh, let's see. And she kind of opens up the book. Let's see. Uh, Make sure that your tools are well used. Spades are used for soft dirts. Make sure that raking is done several times before planting the seeds. Make sure to talk to seeds that they'll be happy to grow. And he also goes into some detail, like about orc cultivation, and it seems to involve a lot more axes, but he doesn't recommend those.
Hope goes silent for a moment before she changes the topic. What are your plans when all of this begins?
Well, I was thinking that, I'd follow behind some of the more, um, I don't really want to sound mean, but, endanger people and see that their wounds are taken care of. I don't want to do a lot of, fighting if I don't have to.
Just be careful in there. I would hate if anything happened. I am not sure I can explain it. But I would be sad if you got hurt.
She kind of puts the book, she's just thumbing through the book at that. She just kind of puts it away. Me too. I would hate to see you get harmed, and I know that you're going to be on the front line. I look at you, and it's hard to think anything would be a danger to someone as, you know, big and tough as you, but I still worry, you know?
Well, there was a close call recently. At the Abbey of all places. I took a strong blow from something that dwelled beneath, but I had protection. Hope pulls out the single rose.
You notice that it is a bit more vibrant than it was last time. Oh, that's the rose I gave you. How would that help? She looks a little perplexed. She kind of looks over. She's like taking a look at it. It's like it's still holding up pretty marvelously.
It's a good luck charm, I suppose.
She smiles and looks at it a little bit. It's the most beautiful good luck charm I've ever seen then.
It should be. You always took good care of your flowers.
She smiles a little bit. Yeah, I still haven't been able to get really good work with the ones in the manor, though. She kind of scratches her neck a little bit. Maybe it's something about those weird lighting things that Mordenkainen had put in. It's just not quite the same.
Perhaps when all this is done you can grow them outside in the actual sun.
Yeah, but told me about what the sun felt like. Warm heat on your face. Oh. She sighs a little bit. Maybe. I would like to see it one day.
Then I will make sure you get the chance.
She smiles, and you both share an intimate moment together. With that, is there any other last things that you would like to do today?
Not on my side.
Aside from the tree, right? The tree.
That's day 2.
Yep. So it sounds like we're all good for day 1. Now, day 2, Gray, you are going to be doing more training, which we already covered.
Yes.
Fael, you are going to be working with holy water, which
Yep.
I mentioned this before, and I'm reiterating again. The first bit of silver you were able to get through no problem. While there are some impurities with the silver pieces that you have, you had enough of them to kind of circumvent this. But as day 2 rolls on, there is going to be some resources lost. After all, silver in this place is rare in and of itself, and the amount that you have for like coins is not pure silver, so it's not exactly 1-to-1. Could you roll me a D100, please?
Oh. More?
Good job, Fael.
Oh,
Knocked it out of the park.
low is
buddy.
good, right?
The day before, you were able to conjure up 6 vials of holy water. The day after, through much trial and error, through many failures, and through a lot of silver pieces that were actually copper and just had the word silver scribbled on them, you were able to make 1 vial of holy water.
Let's go.
Oh.
Sorry, my guy.
The dice betrayed me.
Give him a do-over.
I do have a question for you.
Yes.
How are you going to distribute the holy water?
That's a good question.
I figured that was something we could discuss above game whenever we got together to go over like all of our things.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just add it to the pile, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like
Alright,
that's
we're
an
just-
above game thing for us to discuss whenever we go have our tactics meeting.
All right.
Strategy
Fair
meeting.
enough. One second. Okay. So that is unfortunately what File spends most of their day doing. Gray, you mentioned that you were doing the training, which leaves Hope. Who've-
Actually, one
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
This is 10 minutes. Can I just cast Find Steed?
Yes. Okay.
I have a warhorse now. That's
Okay. Can you describe your warhorse to me?
Tiny
It is a
horse,
black
tiny
stallion.
horse.
Oh,
Shetland
true. It
pony
has
rides
to
up.
be. That's true. It has to be small enough for me to get on, right? Because
You could get on a big horse.
and totally just a black stallion with like matching armor matching files. I'm assuming warhorse comes with armor, right?
No, actually.
I just
Let me double
figured.
check.
Alternatively-
Doesn't look like it. It's just its normal AC.
Actually, it's just gonna look like the one in the GIF. Fuck it. Easy.
Oh, I haven't even.
There's a whole story here. We're taking a quick minute out of our D&D session to watch this GIF.
Thank you.
Barovian shit.
All right. So you conjure up a warhorse.
And there's no duration as far as I know. It just exists until it dies.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. So, all right. That is it for Fael. Hope. It's late in the evening. Almost the early morning, even. At the end of the first day, you realize that what you need to do. You head out very, very early. Is there anyone that you would like to bring with you?
Who is available?
Not me.
Godfrey? Not. Your party is unavailable, but Godfrey is available. Orion is around. Let me double check. Casimir is around. And that's it. Not a lot of people at the early morning.
Can I add someone to that list?
Depends.
Vasilika?
I'll roll for it. Where's my other D10? Basilica is kind of dozing, but still, it's that weird, like, hibernative state that you sometimes go into. You feel like if you wait around, she'll eventually come around herself.
She could use her rest considering what is coming. I approach Godfrey and Orion and ask if they would accompany me on what need to do.
Godfrey, more than willing, he says, "Sounds like a time to remove a blight upon this land." Orion looks over and he says, "Seems like a interesting choice of time, but I suppose that this new blade that you've provided to me could potentially see some action, and I'm assuming that you will be quite defenseless when this is going on." Of course. Kind of looks back. "Zuleika, dear, make sure that the rest of the wolves are prepared. I shall lead them in case you expire on your trip to the tree." You're always so polite, Zuleika. But the two of them pack up with you, which is good that Godfrey, good that Gray did not decide to do anything with the wolves.
So,
And as they head on out to the tree with you, which means I'm on the wrong tab.
duh.
Hmm.
Tree.
He's a big tree. Let's see, what can I use with this one? Jeez. Let's try this, see what it is. This'll work. It's haunting, but so is the land. You pass by the many cairns that dot this hill. You remember seeing wild folk burst forth from them, as well as wild men, but they lay still as you pass by. You make through the once cursed ritual place that you had thwarted. Some remaining vestiges of runic magic seem to like flicker and fade out as you pass by. Up to the top of Yester Hill, the old Gulthias tree stands, ancient and corrupt. I don't know what this place is, but it smells bad. Ryan beeps up. Smells foul. When we were here, I was able to sense it. That is dark magics that you are feeling. That would make sense. But something like this, probably been here for thousands of years. You really think that you can do something about this? Looking over to you, Hope.
If this is my last act in these lands, I hope that it will make the place better for whoever survives what is to come.
Already done quite a bit for these lands, but I suppose they need all the help they can get. Just, what's the over-under on this going off without a hitch?
The hallowing or the attack itself?
The Hallowing. The attack itself, I have my own issues with.
I am confident that I can remove the blight from the tree and the land. What follows? I have no idea what to expect.
Fair enough, I suppose. Something this ingrained, no idea what'll happen, what comes up when you pull it by the roots. We are here if needed. We'll make sure that the ritual does not succeed.
Well then, let's get started.
As you begin to cast the ritual, go ahead and activate the spell for me in game, please. That's a big wall of text. begin to cast long ritual. Full 24 hours. It's harrowing in its own way. You feel odd, out of place, as though you could be attacked at any point. Godfrey remains vigilant the whole time. Orion does his best, but unfortunately, unlike Godfrey, he is still living, and his attention tends to wander. So while Godfrey stands stone sentinel, Ryan is occasionally scoping out the immediate area. He would dip off every hour or two or so, and then come back, reporting no sighting of anything. As you continue to cast the spell, you feel the ground beneath you. You expect it to get stronger, more vibrant. But as the spell continues, you feel almost as if the opposite is happening. Like it's fighting you. The spell itself continues, and you can feel the tree almost like a vampire in light, trying to fight against simply the world's targeting its own wretched existence. Hours go by. The fake sun rises and sets. As the moon comes out, Orion, fearing the worst, shifts into his more bestial form. The hours go by. Nothing happens. That continuing feeling as the spell continues and reaches completion. That feeling of resistance, of almost holy smiting. It continues, until that last bit of evil energy that you sensed around here before withers and dies. Full 24 hours later, Hallow is officially cast. You can feel the ground almost shake, weakened, rotting, and returning to dust in a way. The massive tree before you, withering. You've effectively cast and ended all tree blights, and all twig blights, all vine blights, and all needle blights in the land of Barovia, as you have eliminated its source.
Let's go.
And that, with that success, and with the beginning the assault on Castle Ravenloft to come, is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Sheesh.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Thanks for coming and playing the game, guys.
Woo! Yeah, we'll maybe end it early tonight. Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yes, early.
Should have known better.
I mean, this isn't... To be fair, 11 isn't that bad for us.
No, not at all.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great time. Next session, oh boy. Next session's gonna be a doozy. I hope you're all prepared.
Yes.
Game over, man.
But I think we should start passing around the horn and seeing what everyone's up to, starting with Wiley. For no reason, because I picked you.
You can find me at xwiley on Twitch and Twitter. Not
Willy
Willy. I play mostly randomizers, Zelda. maybe one day I'll start being more varied. That's the word. Sure, words. Hopefully I'll make more music this year. I've been kind of unproductive, but what can you do? Other than tell us where we can't find you, CG.
Don't come back to me. I just put a Hershey Kiss in my mouth. Uh, hello. I am the CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me over on various D&D streams such as twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn every other Saturday for Saved by the Spell, a Strixhaven campaign, as well as on this channel every Sunday for War of the Shattered Sun, in which that we're doing with our own bit of horror with them right now, and our own bit of trauma dumping. But that's it for me. Sen.
I can be found at twitch.tv/Sensuna84. I might start streaming some Dwarf Fortress because this simplistic looking game is fun as hell. Who is left?
J Frost.
Hazza.
Haza, don't butt in. Wait your turn.
Haza. Hi, I'm Haza. You can find me at twitch.tv/jfrost747.
You can also find me in Castle Ravenloft's dungeon.
Help.
So modest, that Hazza.
Yep. Love that guy. I guess that just leaves me then. You can find me at twitch.tv/fartingtart, where I do D&D, I do variety games. This is GDQ week, so you're not gonna get a lot from me aside from the already planned stuff. So the next time you'll see me is likely going to be Friday, where Johnny and I are going to continue our Resident Evil 5 co-op run, which co-op playthrough, which we're having a blast with. So make sure to tune in for that. Before we raid, I gotta thank my boy Nate for hitting us with a raid earlier in the stream. I appreciate you. I hope you had a good stream. Welcome, welcome. Aside from that, I think I know who we want to raid, because I think... Hold on. Pause.
I'm holding on. I'm slipping.
I think we're gonna raid Vaughn, because tonight may be the finale of Cult of Personality.
Ooh.
It's the Cult of Personality finale, question mark. So
Cult of Person finale.
Oh, that's gonna be our raid message. That's pretty good. Yes. Go show Vaughn some love. Let him know who sent you. We will be back hopefully soon. Not really sure with the OGL stuff going on right now. It's kind of up in the air, but we're going to make content as long as we're able to legally. But go show Vaughn some love. Raid message, Chult of... What was it? Chult of Person finale?
Finale.
Cult of Person finale.
Person finale. All right. Spam that in the chat. Let him know who sent you. And of course, remember, as always, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and most importantly, you matter. We love you all, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Goodbye.
I want to do it one more time. It sounds weird. Do it again.
What?
Hour.